My favorite thing about jewelry is the fact that as humans, collectively, we've decided to use natural metals and gems and crystals from the earth and decorate our bodies with such things. I think there is a connection to the earth when we wear like gold or silver that is greatly overlooked. Like we literally flex the money we have, our status, different symbols, religious, protective, anything. When we're using like real metals and real gems, we're literally flexing the earth. Like, look at my neck bling blout. Look at the earth that I've decided to express myself with. I just love that. I love that we do that as humans. Anyways, so let's start off with a bang. Oh, actually, let's start with this. So this is a little pinky ring I made. This someone else made, left it at my work, and then I kept it. But I have this heart. It's super cute, super small. This is just nickel. The heart is nickel, but the band is silver, and this band, why am I out of breath? I just found a scrap piece of silver, so it looks like, if you guys could see it in person, it's pretty like messed up, the band, but it's comfortable and I still wear it every single day, and it does its purpose, and it's silver, so it doesn't turn me green and nothing. But the nickel, this would turn me green, but it's raised a little, so it doesn't sit right on top of my skin. So I love this piece. I wear it every day. And the heart is so like, something about just having a heart right there. I think it's cute. Yeah. Okay. One of my favorite jewelry pieces I've made is a rosary. I feel like this video might be a little ASMR vibes too because it sounds nice, but this is my rosary. It's big. It's long. I have like cabochon stone settings here. I have this stone set in the middle, and it like dangles in this heart here. And then some bigger beads, and I made every single bead. I did. It actually took hours, because in order to make one bead, you have to cut a circle. So each bead you need 2 circles. So I sawed out like, I don't know, hundreds, maybe like 100 circles. 100 plus, like 120 or 30 or something like that. So I cut out all those circles, then I formed them into half circles, and then I soldered 2 half circles onto one to make one bead. And I did that for all these. I believe in rosaries there's like 59. Or wait. 56? How many beads are in a rosary? I forget. But cabochon stone settings, because for the assignment we needed 2 set stones, 3 set stones. I made another piece, but cabochons are stones that have like typically a rounded top but a flat bottom for sure. Sometimes they're raw like stone at the top, but a cabochon stone will always have a flat bottom. I'm gonna show you my sketches that I did when I was making this piece because I think they're pretty good sketches, and it gives you like an idea of my thought process behind making the piece. Okay, Pro Club. So let's see here. This, for class, we had to get like real sketchbooks, like, because we're gonna be using them throughout the years, like all 4 years. You're creating your like portfolio of sketches, you know. So this is the rosary drawn out, and I was clearly unsure how many actual beads I was going to use because I wanted to make more. I wanted to make more in case I lost some during the making process, which I did. I did lose some. And I was also going to make a matching bracelet, but I didn't have enough time. This took a really long time. It took me probably 3 weeks to make because I was doing everything by hand, everything. So soldering, sawing, making the cold connections, making the stone settings, like everything I did by hand. And I love how it came out. It usually hangs right there. And it's one of my favorite pieces. And it's a statement for sure. I made a rosary because, one, like, culturally, I've just seen rosaries my whole life. My dad is Catholic, and when I was growing up, he gave me one, this pink rosary, and I used to wear it all the time. And then it broke, and I remember just being like distraught. But it broke in a public bathroom, and I was with my grandma, and she was like, "Girl, we're not picking all this up, come on, let's go." So I never got it back, but I loved the shit out of that rosary, and it was pink and sparkly. So I kind of, like, I literally have been thinking about that rosary since that day. So I kind of just made my own. So that's how this piece came about. And I love, like, they're so beautiful to me. And using them to pray is such a beautiful thing to me. And religion is so beautiful to me, and like faith. So yeah, I love this piece. And then around the same time I made this rosary, I made a little altar box. So this is my little altar box. You can see it had to be a 3-part hollow form, so that just means like 3 parts, like a back, sides, and a top. So the back, sides, and top, and then I was gonna put some like dangling things here and put a picture here, and then I have rivets there, and then I was gonna put a little flower in there. And these were different design options for what was gonna dangle here. This is kind of my first renderings. I was just gonna put the flower right in the middle, but then I was like, no, I want to get a picture in there somehow. So this is what I ended up with. I love this piece. My mom says it's creepy because of that sound, but in here I have, there she goes, I have rivets, so that's cold connection, so no heat was required to make these rivets. And then I have this flower in there, and I have this little picture, La Virgencita, and it fits in right there. And I can put any picture I want in here. there, I could put any picture I want in here, of course. This is just what I have for now. And I love this piece because I love Dia de los Muertos and I love having altars around my house. I have a bunch. I have multiple altars. Something about altars, like the art of altars, I just love it. I remember I've been making altars, I think my whole entire life. Literally. Since I was able to be creative, I was making them. And I love the size of it. It's my little mini pocket altar. The sounds are just so nice. Little ASMR for you. Okay, and then I made a Sacred Heart ornament. I love this piece. She's so cute. And it's a little raised. I don't know if you can tell, but it's kind of bubbly. And I used a hydraulic press. So it could have been better. It definitely could have been bubblier. But I used a hydraulic press and I cut out a little crown and I cut out the wings and soldered them on. You can see in the back. The wings, the crown, they're soldered on. And then, wait, okay. This reflects light so well. Like on a Christmas tree, it's so beautiful. And this is copper. I forgot to mention. Okay, so these are all copper. No, I can't see. So this is all copper, copper. This is brass, the heart, and then the stone in the center is onyx. And then for this is all new gold, and then I did liver of sulfur. What's that word? It tarnishes the metal. It's liver of sulfur. Shoot, but there's a word for it. But it just makes it look like super antique and stuff. And then the flower in the center, it has a carnelian stone. So yeah, this is all copper. It looks really good on a Christmas tree, and it's super cute, super small. I love this piece. And I have wood, like heart, sacred heart with wings, so that was kind of my inspiration. She's super cute. You know what would be really cute? Like having a bunch of these hanging from the ceiling, like at different levels, and having like twinkle lights, fairy lights, and then them reflecting the light, or like a wind chime of this, but not outside, but like inside. That'd be so cute. I don't know, something about it's just so pretty to me, and especially in the light. Okay, I've said that like 20 times now. But yeah, I love this piece. Okay, then I've made these a while ago, but there's some bangles. And they have different textures. I doubt you can tell really, but they have some texturing on them. And like where the little silver bits are, you can see where I soldered them, which is not like very professional. See that little silver bit? It's not very like professional. That would be considered messy in jewelry world, but whatever. They're just for me. I don't even wear them. So a lot of jewelry that I've made, I don't even wear. I just like making. So I don't wear these, but I love them. They do fit. Hold on. And they make such a good sound too. If they were silver, I'd wear the fuck out of them. But yeah, this was fun to make. It really was. Let's see what else. This I also do not wear, but it was really fun to make. It has a jade circle pendant in there, and let's see. I don't know how well you can see the jump scare, but the jade, I made the setting. So I made this. The backing is just copper. And then this set was really fun to make. It was challenging because like in the middle there, in the center, I did it. So I cut out the backing and I soldered the outer bezel wire, and then I probably soldered the inside first, and then I soldered the outside bezel wire, and then I fit that little jade donut in there, and I made the chain. And it's cute. No, I don't think it's cute. I don't think it's cute, but I like it. It was just something to like test my techniques, test my skills. It wasn't made with intentions to wear, if that makes sense. It was made for fun. It was made for a little challenge. And yeah, that is something I've noticed with jewelry. Not all jewelry is made with intentions to wear. Believe it or not. Not all jewelry is made with intentions to wear. But I do wear this piece. It is a little, here, let's take this. I have a little cameo ring. She's super cute. And she's so dainty, but like still a statement. That makes sense. And I put it on a copper band only because at the time I didn't have silver. So it's on a copper band, but the backing of the cameo is red, and it really, really matches the copper. If they make copper bezel wire, that would be so cute with this. I don't know if they do or don't. I don't know. But it's really cute. And I think silver would have been cute too, but the copper is cute too. And at first it was a pinky ring. It was. I made it a pinky ring because I was in a pinky ring phase. Something about a pinky ring is so like, fuck you. But then I made it for my ring finger, which I like better. It's a little bit more like classy, elegant. And she's super cute. I don't know what the cameo material is. It might just be, no, it's not plastic, but I don't think it's like shell or anything like that. This is also this is also a cabochon because it has a flat back and like a rounded top. But not all cabochon stones have a polished round top. You know, this one has a cameo on it. But it does have the flat bottom to set in bezel setting. This is cute. People always ask how I made the cameo, which I did not. I do not know how to make cameos. That would be crazy. But a lot of people always like talk about, or they ask me about this piece. Let's see. Okay, this is a self-portrait. The assignment was to make a self-portrait out of metal, and I made a little marigold cempasúchil flower. It does say cempasúchil. I stamped it in there. I don't know if you can see too well, but this spins. because we needed 3, 4, 5, 6 rivets. 6, that's a lot. And we needed to do some chain. And this, like, none of these layers are soldered together. They're just held by that rivet. The only thing soldered is the chain. This is kind of giving like brooch. It reminds me of the fact there was a brooch stolen from the Louvre in the heist recently. It's like a bow, I think, a really pretty brooch. But I'm not really into brooches, and it's not one, but it just kind of gives that vibe. And what was I saying? I forget. But I have some rivets on the side, a rivet here, and then one. This is my little favorite detail. I put it right here, a little rogue rivet. It just like, it carries the eye all around the piece. This is pretty. And so it's a self-portrait one because I love Dia de los Muertos, Dia de Muertos, and also I'm named after the jasmine flower, so that's what this one is supposed to be. So the flowers, and I love flowers, and I feel like, I don't know if this pick me, but I feel like I'm soft and delicate like a flower, and I am named after one. And also marigolds or cempasúchil, they're said to guide your loved ones home, and I just hope to shine bright enough for my loved ones so they always know where I am. And because they're really bright orange and they have a strong smell, so they're easy for the dead to follow home to you. So I hope to shine bright enough like the cempasúchil so my loved ones will always know where I am and be with me. That was my little reasoning behind why this is self-portrait. I think, oh yeah, I have one more piece. Okay, this is a little cross I made, and this is also a 3-part hollow form. So it has the back, the sides, and the front. And then I have this pretty sparkly onyx. It's really pretty and sparkly. Just set right in the middle there. And it just like sits. And yeah, it just sits. It's like a little trinket. I love making little trinkets. It's alright. It's alright. But cause this, like you can kind of hear how it's loose in there, which is not ideal for stone setting at all. You don't want any loose stones, but it's in a teardrop shape, and to set a teardrop stone you have to, like, where it comes to a point, you have to file that point down a little so it goes like that, and then you can set the stone, which was difficult. And this is also a cabochon because it's flat at the bottom. The more you know. I love setting cabochon stones. I love wait, I'm gonna show you guys my stones because I love, like, the thing that I love about metal and jewelry is I love a good shiny thing. Like, I just think it's so pretty. Shiny things. So let me show you guys my shiny things. Okay. This is my box of metal. Scrap metal. I have brass. I have copper. This is another 3-part hollow form. This was practice for my bigger one. I have this copper cuff that I don't wear. This is my little bag of scrap silver. Let's see. Some sheets of brass. Oh no, this is new gold. You can see where I was drawing those circles to make the beads for my rosary. So I had big sheets and I drew these circles and I cut with my saw every single one. But where are my gems? Let's see. Wrong box. This is my gem box. And I have them in here. I also made this little acrylic container. So I have this baggie and I have this baggie. This has some onyx, garnets, carnelians, beads. But this has my cabochons. Let's see. They're easiest to see on like a black or white piece of paper. Let's pour it out. I have 2 glass pieces, but they're so shiny, but they're just glass. And this one is like the most beautiful burnt orange, and this one is gray. I love gray gems, like gray spinel, I forgot. But I saw a video recently of them and I was like, that's my new favorite gem. Something about gray, like you don't see it often, you don't see people wearing it often, but I love it because it's not too like intense as black gems or anything, or black jewelry, which I love black jewelry, but the gray has a bit more like life to it. But these are just glass, but they're so shiny, and I'm not opposed to glass. Well, making it like for myself to wear. I wouldn't put glass in a piece for someone else, or making it for like art pieces. Okay, and then this, I have no idea what it is. It's probably glass as well. Yeah, it is, but it's just so shiny. And this one, imagine just like right there, it's giving mermaid, and the way it's cut, so pretty. And the backs, these are all cabochons because you know why? Because they all have flat backs. Yes, it's so pretty. Pink. It's pink because of the lighting, not because it's like dual bi-colored or anything. But like that, and then the way it catches light, so pretty. Let's see. Then I have this piece. This is onyx. I just had to look in the light. Imagine like a little dangly right there, or like that. This is pretty. It's giving like cat eye. Shiny. This is like jet black. Then I have some more onyx pieces. I was picking a lot of onyx pieces because of my rosary. So these are like the exact cuts and everything that I have in my rosary. Hold on. Let's see. They're like little eggy shapes. Okay. They're like little eggy shapes, and cabochons, of course, they're just like jet black. And I have this amethyst piece. It's pretty. It's a good color, like it's a good quality, which from where I found it at was very surprising. It's like gemmy kind of, or not gemmy, like jelly kind of. I don't know how to explain, but a lot of amethyst, like the darker it is, the better quality, the more sought after it is. But there's also like this kind of gemmy light purple amethyst that a lot of people like as well. This one's really hard to show. And I have some carnelian pieces. I was choosing a lot of carnelian pieces for my mini altar because I put carnelian in the flower at the bottom. But I have these little like little dewdrops. Yeah, you can't even see. Little like dewdrop beads. They kind of look like those cinnamon like sprinkles. I don't know what they're called, but they're cinnamon, like hot, spicy, little chewy sprinkle things that I used to eat when I was like looking for something sweet in the kitchen as a kid. They're super cute. You can imagine one like just like that. Okay, then this is the size and shape of the beads that I put in my not my rosary. Where did I put my rosary? Here. Actually, is it? No, my rosary is a bit bigger. This is the size and shape of my little dangly beads in my mini altar. So it's super tiny. Super tiny. And something about making beads, like it was a hard process, but also with jewelry, it's like you do the same thing over and over again, that you get into this like meditative space. Because you're just cutting, soldering for like, it feels like, hours at a time, that your mind is clear and you're just focused on your task. That's another thing I love about jewelry. And I also love working on projects. So like my rosary took, I don't know, what did I say, like 3 weeks or something. I love the fact that like I love working on something for 3, 4, 5 weeks, 1, 2 weeks, like having a project, having a beginning, a middle, an end of like final result, final outcome. I fell on my sleeve. I love that. Okay. Oh, I have another carnelian piece, a little bit bigger. Is this carnelian? I don't think so, because it's kind of different. Let's see, I have I have another gemmy amethyst piece. I have 2 rose quartz. This one is so pretty, and then I have this one. But this like heart, and the way it's cut, it catches the light so well. I'm like shaking. It just catches the light, and it is a heart. I don't know if you can tell, but this like right there on a ring would be so pretty. And rose quartz is just meant to be cut in a heart shape. I have no idea where that went. Okay, well, she's gone. I'll have to find her later, but she had her moment. Okay, moving on. My last piece. Oh, here she is. Okay, she can have another moment. So pretty. So pretty. Okay, my last piece is another heart. This is an amethyst heart. And this is like a good quality piece of amethyst. It's a deep, rich purple. Super hard to tell. Oh, there it goes. It's a deep purple. It catches the light so well. I just love shiny things. I really do. Like, seriously. So those are my gems. Put them back in here. Store cute. Do I have more? Oh, I have these like really terrible quality. I think they're plastic, but amber. I don't know. I think someone gave them to my friend that then gave them to me, and I was like, girl, I don't want this shit. But I ended up with them. Amber isn't the best to make jewelry out of because of how soft it is. This is not amber. You can like, that's straight plastic. But because of how soft real amber is, it's not good for everyday wear because of how much jewelry gets like banged up and scratched and all that stuff. So, oh yeah, I have another like random fake amber piece. Yep, okay. These, I don't know what they're called, but get them if you have like little tiny craft bits and bobs. They're really useful, and I use these for my solder. This one for my hard solder, well, I did, but they come in handy. And I'm a sucker for a little baggie. Anywho, I love my jewelry organization. These pencil boxes, just clear pencil boxes, they are lifesavers for organization. Okay, that's a good amount of jewelry and metal art stuff that I've made. Yeah, I hope to make more because I don't have a jewelry class this semester, and I'm like itching. I'm fiending for some metal work, and I also really want to get into welding. I do. I should have a welding class eventually, but I want to do it like right now. I have done a little bit of TIG welding before, and I like I zapped myself, like I felt to go through my arms and stuff. That's not good. I was doing something wrong. If you happen to know anything about TIG welding, have you zapped yourself before? Because like the class I was in, they never were like, oh, be careful to zap yourself, it'll feel like not great. And the first time it happened, I was like, am I gonna die? But I only did it like 3 times. Zap myself. TIG welding was fun though, I liked it. And then I have done MIG like one time. I did TIG for a class, so like a month, and then I did MIG one time, and I haven't done any arc welding but I'm down to try. I think that's so cool. I think like welders are also like so cool. So I want to be cool too. Anyways, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed my little show and tell. And if you make jewelry too, let me know.